What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. In the last episode, we managed to take first place in the Mushroom and Flower Cups. And in this episode, we're going to be jumping on into the Star Cup. I think for this one, I'm going to go with Wario's Bad Wagon. And this is where we can talk about stat distribution here for a moment. So, every single character has a base stat that they use. Well, I guess they're more the stat modifier. It's the carts that have the base stats, and then everything else modifies those a little bit more. So, for instance, you got characters that are sort of in the same weight class, like Wario, DK, Bowser. That doesn't mean they necessarily have the same stat distribution with this cart that Wario has. So, it all does matter who you pick, and I did not mean to go back that far. It all depends. In fact, let me actually switch on over to Bowser so I can demonstrate that really quickly. So if we're picking the same one, you'll notice that he actually has lower handling and higher weight than what Wario had when I picked him with this exact same setup. But then when I go back on over to Wario, you can see, yep, just slightly more handling and slightly less weight. I think the top speed might have changed a little bit too, but we're going to go with that. I want to make sure that I have some decent acceleration and handling here. What's the highest handling? Is the wood, but the acceleration is really poor. You know what? I think I'm okay with that. That's okay. I care more about handling than I do about anything else. We'll go with the Cloud Glider just to make sure that it doesn't go too low. And we're jumping on into the Star Cup. So, you ever have those courses that just, you feel like things go wrong every single time you play them? Well, almost every single course in this cup makes me feel that way. I don't know why. I just feel like this is my unlucky cup. Not that it's bad. There's great courses here, but I don't know. I just have terrible luck on all of these courses, this one in particular. But something about it, man. Mario Kart and its freaking course design. I mean, I want to sleep here at a freaking... I want to be here at this airport. Who wants to be at the airport? Airports are miserable. You have to sit and wait all day, go through baggage check, and freaking, immigration and all that sort of stuff. And it sucks. It really, really sucks being at the airport. But this airport, I don't know, man. It's freaking magical. I want to be here. I want to take a nap on one of the benches while I wait for my layover. And I swear, man, Mario Kart could make the DMV entertaining. I don't know what it is, or peaceful at least. They're just really good at making the most mundane of places look magical. As will be exemplified more in later courses, for sure. This is not the only one that does that, but this is just kind of the first one that gives me that thought, like, how do they make this so peaceful? But all right. So we're doing pretty good so far. I don't know how I feel about this cart yet. Its handling is actually better than I thought it was going to be. So I guess there is that. Let's not hit any of those crates. Okay, bombs. Let's talk about bombs for a second. Because, yes, you can get bombs in first place in this game, which I have always thought is weird. Because I always associated those with, like, third place or lower in previous Mario Kart games. But in this game, you can get them in first place. And I guess it's just to keep you on your toes because you can't hold on to a bomb perpetually like you can with a green shell or a banana. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you can't really use this as protection, so you might want to get it off as quickly as possible. I almost think that sometimes, especially if you're really far ahead, bombs are worse than coins. And that's a sad thing to say because you think a bomb would be awesome. It's like a super powerful thing, but if nobody's around you, they go off so fast that it really doesn't help you out all that much. And man, I wish I'd gotten the coin in front and not the horn, but at least I have this for now. But if a lightning saps it away from me, I'm going to be sad. All right, come on, ink me, and there we go. Get rid of that instantaneously. I like this cart so far. I think it's actually doing a pretty good job for me, and we're hanging in there great. One thing oh, and there's that lightning. I knew it was going to happen. Once you get a super horn, man, it's almost guaranteed that it's going to happen at some point. You're just going to be like, nope, you're not going to actually use this for anything useful. We're just going to knock you out right now. Which, I don't know, man. Like I said, luck, but it also, there's definitely patterns in this game where it's just like, come on, just throw me a bone here or something. But we're almost done with the course anyway, so it doesn't look like a blue shell should ever get to me in time before this race is over. Speaking of, I gotta say, I really do think that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has my favorite total course selection of any Mario Kart game, and part of that's just because it has the most. Certainly. There are some stinkers in here, some questionable ones, like why did they reprise that? I always scratch my head at most of the Super Nintendo ones, not all of them, but when it's like Mario Circuit 3, it's like, did we really need to do that one? That's just, like, I understand like donut planes and what was the chocolate one that they would always have? Those like really obscure ones, Vanilla Lake, things like that. Those make sense to me. But Mario Circuits 1, 2, 3, and 4, those are so lame. Like, you could literally do any other Mario circuit and it would be a better use of your time. Trying to port those to here, I think is just the silliest thing ever. And there's some other ones too, and also the way that they ported certain things that I also have a problem with. We'll get into those a little bit later. But for the most part, I am a big fan of a lot of the courses in this one, and a lot of the original courses too. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has a lot of great original courses. In fact, there's one course of all of the new courses in Mario Kart 8, at least, excluding the booster pass, because I'm not as familiar with those, that I actually downright despise. And it's not for a while. It's going to be a few episodes from now, but we'll talk about it when we get into it, because I am not a big fan of it. All right, let's talk about these spinning items. This goes with 3 bananas, 3 shells, anything like this. These are actually a very poor form of protection. Like, yeah, they can protect you, but the problem is that if a red shell is being thrown my way, for instance, there's nothing that is... I mean, the red shell's not going to wait for the banana to get in front of it and block the hit, if that makes sense. I'm just kind of at... And then let me hit that off just in time. There we go. I'm just kind of at the mercy of whether or not the banana happens to be blocking me at the right time when the red shell reaches me. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, they can help you, but it's really only at its best when you have 3 items, when you have 3 bananas. But as soon as you go down to 2 or 1, it's a pretty awful form of protection. And here goes the enemies, just like, them staying like perfectly in front of me and you have to really be careful to drift around them. Getting hit by way too many items. I'll also say that this game, it is actually a lot harder to... staying in first is actually the easier thing to do in this game. It's getting back in first place if you fall way behind. That's actually a lot harder. And there it is. Like I said, 150cc, man. They are so freaking good at using drafting to get right back in front of you if they're really close to you again. But yeah, if you fall behind at any point, once you start to get into the mix with the rest of the opponents, it can actually be pretty darn challenging to get back up in place, just because they're going to be so relentlessly throwing items at you, and you're in the mix with a bunch of CPUs. There isn't really just second place and whoever's throwing blue shells hitting you with stuff. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Are we good? We're not going to get hit? All right, phew. That turn was really hard to make with the Badwagon. I just couldn't hit it every single time. But yeah, when you get down to like in 5th and 6th, there's just going to be explosions and red shells being tossed everywhere, and you're just in the thick of it all. And I just find it so much more annoying once you get back there than actually when you're in first. It's really just a fight to maintain first the entire time. But now we get onto the Electrodome, which I think is an awesome freaking level. Big fan of this one. This is one of the few times where I think the music is just fantastic, because it just all around, plays into the level. Obviously, it's not Music Park fantastic, but it is still pretty darn cool. We'll actually get into Music Park a little bit later, though. This is a really just aesthetically pleasing level, though. Love the idea behind it. And you know what? Even the one level that I was talking about that I don't like very much, even that one's aesthetically pleasing. It's just, it has other problems that I'm not a big fan of. So let's see. Kamek is right on top of me. So I need to try to get some... I can't get a lot of drifts with this cart. It's very difficult to... Is that going to hit me? No, it is not. It actually went past me because it went on the upper course, which I guess that works out in my favor. All right, now let's try to get into another drift. This is a really good course for getting a lot of purple boosts. And, of course, the lightning had to come. Son of a gun. All right, Kamek. She will not get off of my... that's right. I always forget. Kamek's a he. I always mix him up with Kammy Koopa. That's why I always say she for some reason. I don't know why. Kamek's a he. All right. There we go. Now... let's try to actually get some ground here. Kamek will not get off of me. Oh, my goodness, dude. Yeah, and the problem is when you're in those iframes, you actually can't benefit from the slingshot maneuver that other people can benefit from. They can only benefit off of you, so that's also kind of annoying. Okay, oh my gosh, can I get moving here? I'm going really slow. Hurry. This bomb's not going to last forever. I'm not going to have a chance to use that. Just do that. Fine. There we go. All right, I got a red shell at the ready. I cannot hold on to my coins in this one. I don't know how everybody fell behind so much, but I'm not going to complain. We're on to the 3rd lap. Let's try to maintain this lead. That's the thing, too, about picking like high top speed vehicles is sometimes it's not always the best thing. In previous games, it was like you pick Bowser and you win. Like, just because he has, or I guess in some of the other games, there were more nuanced characters like Rosalina, Funky Kong, Dry Bowser, characters like that, who were slightly better. But, back when it was only a selection of 8, Bowser was the best character because he had the highest speed. like every single, like once you know how to master the game's mechanics, you should not have picked anybody else. But they've gotten a lot better about balancing that sort of stuff in these games, and it doesn't always just de facto mean you're going to win if you pick the character with the highest speed anymore. So I appreciate it for that. You'll notice that I've got like a crazy high top speed here, and it's just, it's not enough to stay in a lead the whole time. And also there is a blue shell coming my way, but at least I already crossed the finish line, so it's not such a big deal. All right, let's move on to the next one and the last one, and then we can move on to Special Cup, where I am genuinely concerned for what's going to happen there, because that is the one where I'm actually trying to go for a 3-star. I have to be very selective about what vehicles I pick there. Mount Wario, okay. And here's the obligatory I don't want to do that joke when you read the title of this track, but whatever. Now, this track's kind of cool because this is one of the few tracks in the game where the 3 laps are not identical to one another. They are actually all completely different. There is a total variance because the entire track is about a long progression down a singular slope. You only have, I think, about a half dozen of these courses in the entire game, if even that. Where things change so drastically. Now, that obviously means that your lap times are going to be very all over the place as you go through something like this in time trials, but it makes for a very interesting course because you got completely different scenery the whole way down. And again, oh man, I love the way this place looks. It's so freaking great. And you want to know what? Nintendo, I'm talking to Nintendo here directly. Nintendo, you see a course like this, and I have to ask you guys, where is 1080 snowboarding? When are we going to get another one of those? We have not gotten one since 1080 Avalanche. Like, I know Wave Race, or F-Zero is actually the one that everybody freaks out about the most, but where's your sports game, man? Where's 1080? Where's Wave Race? Where are those at? Where's Pilot Wings? And not just Pilot Wings Resort, because that game's great too, but I want more of these. I really, really do. They need to bring back more of their... And stop with the frickin' lazy, horrible renditions of Strikers and Mario Tennis. They suck. They're not as good. We need good stuff like this. Give me back to Golden Forest, man. I miss it. I want to play as Ricky Winterborn again. Ugh, I miss those days. All right. Well, at least we still have Mount Wario for the time being. Don't take that out of context, though. All right, and then the last stretch here is actually, I think, the hardest part because you're so open and exposed here. But it also does kind of make for a shorter course. That's probably the only gripe I have with these sorts of courses is that because they are linear like this, they are a lot on the shorter side. There's just not as much going on. They can't jam-pack as much into a given lap. So if I get hit by a blue shell here, I might be in huge trouble. So let's try to get the lead here, or keep the lead here anyway. As I kind of make my way down this, hitting every boost along the way. Make sure you also hit the rings the whole way down. We're good. I think we're home free on the blue shells, which is awesome. And this should be the cup. Yeah, not bad at all. So 3 stars for me, and that's 1 cup down in this video, and then we're going to be moving on into the special cup. So let's take a look at our highlight reel and see how we did. The problem is with the highlight reel is that it only shows one course, one random course in the highlight reel. However, I haven't really been drawing attention to it, but at the end of each race, you'll notice in the top left that there is an icon that says, that has like a star and it's like out of 6. If you want to actually highlight a specific race for Mario Kart TV to capture the highlights from, you hit that star button there. So you hit plus when that pops up, and that'll actually make sure that you get to see the ones that you want to see. So, there we go, Star Cup down. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's jump right back on in. So this is one where I actually have some pressure behind me because I want to try to get first place here. Now for Peach, I think I'm going to go with a bike here. What bike should we use, though? I'm not going to use the Comet. I don't want to use the Flame Rider. I want to use one that's actually going to fishtail a bit just because I'm more used to that handling. Something with good handling here, but something that's not like too good either. Well, the Varmint could be pretty nice. There's also the standard ATV, but that actually has like the lowest handling of them all. Let's go with the... hold on. I'm looking at the speeds here. Sorry. Yeah, let's go with the Varmint. Why? Well, that doesn't really fit her now, does it, though? Screw it. Let's go with the Wild Wiggler. Okay, but then we'll switch this up a little bit. We'll go with something a little bit more speed-based in the Cyber Slick. I'm going to go with the Parafoil here. And let's jump on in. 4 races: Cloud Top Cruise, Bone Dry Desert, Bowser's Castle, and of course the obligatory, every Mario Kart has it, Rainbow Road. And the Rainbow Road in this one is usually the one that gets me because it is, I think, the most difficult of all the Rainbow Roads. Well, not counting double dashes, but that, again, is a physics thing. I love that Rainbow Road. I love its design. I just, playing it in that game, not a big fan. I really want it to be reprised. I think it has been reprised once in another Mario. I think it was 7 that reprised it. I can't remember exactly, though. I don't actually have a lot of memories of 7 or Mario Kart DS, actually, for that matter. Those are the 2 I played the least. The main reason with DS is, well, I never owned a DS growing up. And 3DS, I have a bit of a weird history with that game's library that I'm sure a lot of people would be like, what? Because really the only, like, famous, like, well-known and well-played games on the 3DS that I played ever were the Pokemon games. Other than that, I really have a spotty history with, and that was dang close. I really have a spotty history with 3DS, so I've not played it too terribly much. But okay, for this part, you're going to want to make sure you get that boost on the spark there, otherwise you're not making it across those leaves. That is almost integral to do that, otherwise you need a mushroom. But let's just keep hitting these. Boost as much as we can. I'm actually going to go across this thing all the way over. Not that I need items or anything, but we're doing super good so far. I guess this isn't a bike. This is technically a cart, but whatever. I don't even mind at this point. It's fine. I guess it's an ATV, because technically ATVs are their own thing in this game, and there comes the blue shell. Hit me right before that boost, please. Thank you very much. And then I can instantly... Well, never mind. It's going to get lightninged just as I'm about to. So whenever you see the blue spark start to form around these, you're going to want to make sure that you do not hit that boost, otherwise you're going to get lightninged. It's the same effect as a lightning power-up, which is, you know, not a good thing to get hit by. So, oh, and I went into sharp on that turn. That is not good. That's going to be a problem. Okay, so now they are gaining some ground on me. I got to make sure this lap really counts. At least we got the blue shell out of the way early, but there could be another one. There has been other ones before. Just because there's almost one every course doesn't mean there can't be 2, and that was really awkward there. Doesn't mean there can't be 2. I've definitely been hit by 2. Heck, I've been hit by 3 in a race before. Like 1 on every lap. That's not fun. Trust me. It's actually pretty miserable. But let's hit that. There we go. All right, can I? Whoa, that almost dragged me right into where those bananas were. Oh, okay, there goes one of my bananas. All right, can we get through those? Not going to hit that one. And there's another lightning. There is another lightning. I'm avoiding all these lightnings, and I still get hit by a lightning. Well, I'm probably not going to get to hit those leaves then. Yeah, it's not going to make me big enough in time, so we're just going to have to take the regular way around. But don't worry, because we've still got this. Let's just drop all those there, and there we go. First place. Didn't manage to hold on to 10 coins because just too many items came out towards the end there. But let's head on to the next race. All right, Bone Dry Dunes time. This is actually one of the courses that I'm probably the least fond of in this game. It's just, I don't know, I find this one kind of boring. But you know what? The rule still stands. I still want to sleep here. I still want to like set up in a tent, hang out with these toads, and just have myself a nap. Definitely in the shade, obviously. Don't want to be out in the sun. That would be a terrible idea. But like, it's one of those things, like every course I could pinpoint, yep, I want to go take a nap over there. Probably not in this section of the track. This part's a little treacherous, but still really cool though. All right, let's head on this way, and then we can actually use these. I always think these are like, what, dinosaur eggs or something like that? I don't really know what's going on with them, but they're kind of cool. Let's try to get up onto the top track. Little hard to do, actually. Yeah, if you're not a super high top speed character. So missed that opportunity. I'll try it again next time. And I'll try to be a little bit more direct about that. There we go. Oh, wait, got the blue shell coming out early. Already on its way. Oh, well, I'm going to hit with this. And there we go. Get our coins back immediately. Ay. And that just ruins my fun almost immediately. All right, I need to gain some ground here. Come on. Oh, red shell. And now here comes that. Dude, I cannot hold on to coins to save my life here. Please stop. Thank you. All right, we got a boost. Let's go use that coin immediately, just because I actually need some. Oh my goodness! Like, for real, I can't hold on to them. Lightning, please. Like, this is ridiculous, and there's no way I'm going to make it on the upper track now, because that lightning just completely ruins my opportunity. Definitely have to go down below now. Oh my gosh. This course is like, the items are relentless like right now. Stop! Please. Oh, this is why I hate the frickin' 2 items so much. And he's probably going to draft me perfectly here. So I really need to get going. And there's a coin when I really don't need it. Like, the coins are bad, don't get me wrong, because they come up all the time. I think it is the most common item you'll get in first place. But it's still like you can do something about it, about having those. But when you're also in this incredibly vulnerable situation where you have nothing else at all to protect you, that can be really annoying. Wow. Wow, that was bad. That was a really bad sequence of events there. Well, I am not going to hit the top track at all then in this case. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can from here. No! 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 And the blue shell again! Oh, my goodness. I'm actually going to lose first place because of that. I am actually going to lose first place. There's too many. Okay, hold on, hold on, hold on. Maybe I can still... Come on. Toad, hit that. Holy crap. Okay, well, I wasn't able to get 4 coins out of that, but I did get first place. Jeez. Too many things. And that's the thing, is right at the end, it's just like sometimes you can have your legs swept out from under you and you just have no control over it. I mean, me falling off that cliff was definitely something I could have controlled, and that didn't help that situation at all, but I'm glad the red shell hit me first, though, and that the blue shell, it didn't make the blue shell do anything. But here comes Bowser's Castle. A very good iteration of Bowser's Castle. I tend to like most of the Bowser's Castles across all the Mario Karts. I actually think Mario Kart 7's is the only one I'm not too big on. But the rest of them are all pretty darn cool. I actually can't remember the DS ones all that well, so maybe I don't like that one either. I don't know. Probably. Well, when we get around to those games, I'm sure I'll remember them a little bit better. But for now, let's just try to go right between those. Okay, I'm going to go towards his fist because if I can... Oh, just barely timed that. I was going to try to do a trick there, but then as I saw I was getting really close to that fist, I decided against it. But let's just try to keep this speed and maintain our lead here. Let's hold on to these bananas. This is where we're the most protected. Okay, watch out for the rocks as you're coming up this way. Let's try to get a purple boost there. There we go. And they are rubber banding onto me hard right now, though. Like, real hard. And watch out for the lasers. Oh, gosh. Not what I wanted to get hit by at all in that situation. Waluigi, leave me alone, dude. He is right on my ass. And he will probably stay there for a very long time, because they do not let up. Okay, let's try to hit both those coins. There we go. All right, I'm going to go away from the hand this time, which means that we're not going to have an opportunity to hit a boost, but that's okay with me. Now, those hands, if you run into them at all, the fists, it will spin you out. If you can get directly crushed by them, which is obviously even worse, but if right before they hit, or if you are on the track right after they hit, excuse me, you can actually use the shockwaves as a means of doing a trick. So, like there'll be little bumps that allow you to do tricks off of them, so that's also something to keep in mind. And watch out for that laser. We're not going to get hit by it that time. Stay up the middle and you're generally safe. We have a pretty good lead now. I should be able to hold on to it just fine as long as I don't hit that spike there. And, oh, the lightning ruining my fun. Won't be able to do a trick there. Okay, I am definitely going to go towards the hand this time because it'll surely be gone by the time I get there. Oh, I did get to do a trick off of that. That's cool. That is such a cool effect, though, the Bowser statue just punching each side of the track over and over and over again. Big fan of that, honestly. Big fan. Okay, and here comes a blue shell to ruin even more of my fun. Of course, it's here on the 3rd lap. Every single time, the obligatory blue shell, and it's going to get me before I finish this course. There we go. Oh, gosh, go, 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 go. Do not throw a red shell at me before this is all said and done. There we go. At least I was able to hold on and have 10 coins going into this one. But now for the one that I'm the most worried about. And so far, my track record on these has not been super great. So I get the feeling that this is going to go very poorly. But if I can win this, I can somehow get the 3 stars and maintain that for Special Cup, which would be good. I would like to get all those 3 stars. Now, I'm going to take the time to talk about coins for a second as we get into this one, because there is a reason to collect them. You do want to get them for vehicle and vehicle customization unlocks and whatnot. You don't really need to unlock courses in this game. You just kind of, or characters, excuse me. Characters or courses. They just kind of give them to you, so that's not really something you have to worry about. And drafting in that scenario was not a good thing. This is why I don't like this course very much. Okay, I'll talk about it in a second. But coins. You want to collect these, get as many as you possibly can. You get extra coins for winning races and things like that, but the ones you collect in the races also count towards your total. You can only have a maximum of 10. For every 50 coins you collect, you will get yourself a new vehicle unlock until you hit a certain threshold in which it's going to start to lower. It's going to start to lower down to only. Golly, I'm getting hit by so many things. It'll start to lower or raise the requirements. Dude, I can't even focus right now. It'll raise the requirements up to 100, per unlock until you get to, I think it's 5,000, where you'll finally unlock the last thing. Okay, let's talk about this Rainbow Road for a second and why I don't like it very much. It is so unforgiving. So unforgiving. Some of the turns you make in this one are ruthless. Like, absolutely ruthless. And you're on such a confined space. Like, this one in particular is just brutal. And I like a lot of Rainbow Roads. Rainbow Roads generally are my favorite. I think the only one I do not like is the Super Nintendo one. The rest of them, they're all good. And this one, it just kicks my ass. It's not even a bad course. I like it. It's a good course. It's just by far the toughest, I think. I'm sure some people are laughing at me and going, are you kidding me? This is a piece of cake. But maybe it's just the fact that I'm not as used to it as some of the other ones, like the Wii version, which I always was my favorite. But this one just whoops me every single time I do it. And then there's just the items, man. I feel like there's more item spam on this one than any other. It's ridiculous, and I roped DK into that one. But yeah, there's so many items thrown your way that it's just like a culmination of all of the worst aspects of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in one course. All right, there we go. Let's hit him with that. Let's try to... Oh, stop it, Waluigi. Get off of my ass. Literally hit a purple boost, and you're still up there. Golly. Okay, we want to get on the inside track because that's going to give us the most speed. You want to go in the direction, the flow of traffic, if that makes sense. I like being on the outside track here just because it's so much easier to stay on. Right there. Don't go flying off, please. I got to win this course. Oh, my gosh. And then, of course, the mushroom's going to kill me. Dude, was that the third lightning? I think that's the third lightning in this course. Like, oh, man, there's too many. Too many. It really needs to stop. Well, if we can hold this purple boost to the end, we should at least have it, but... I don't know. Oh my gosh, and a red shell at the end. I don't know if that's going to be enough for the 3-star because I can't remember if it also is coin dependent, but at least we won every single race. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, the way that they've done the star rankings kind of changed per game. I remember in Super Circuit, it was you had to have at least 100 total coins collected between the 4 courses, so 25 per at least, to make sure that you got the 3 stars on top of winning every single race. I can't remember if that's a stipulation in this game or not. I don't think so. Because I've definitely had 3 stars I've gotten where I did not have 10 coins in all 4 races. But I don't know what the cutoff is either. And man, look at that. Just me getting hit by items constantly. That happens so many times in this cup. But let's see. Did I get it? Yes, I did. All right, cool. I will take it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this episode of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it very, very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.